Hey guys, if you guys are looking for a mid-tier credit card that's inexpensive and you guys are looking for a way that matches your spending habits to maximize the multipliers, this is the video for you. So I'm going to be going over three types of mid-tier credit cards. Hopefully these tips help and it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to find which credit cards make the most sense for you. So the first card is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. This is a cheap $95 annual fee. So always take advantage of this fact. If you're looking for mid-tier, you don't want to pay a hefty annual fee. $95 is very, very reasonable. The second thing is pay attention to the sign-up bonuses. If you have to apply for a travel credit card, typically speaking, taking advantage of this is going to be one of the most important things. If you see that there's this slash mark or X mark, it generally means that there's an elevated offer. So right now the sign-up bonus is $75K after you spend $5,000 within the first 3 months. The big things to pay attention to is indeed the multipliers. So if you look here, you get 5x back on all travel purchases, but it must be booked directly with the Chase portal. However, if you do want to earn an additional 2x on all types of other travel, you can still use this card. You're only going to get 2x back. So if you book directly with Marriott or you use platforms like Expedia, or let's say you book a Delta flight with delta.com, you're going to get those point multipliers back as 2x. This also includes travel purchases, which expands into Uber, other ride shares. There's actually a partnership with Chase Sapphire Preferred where you actually earn 5x back on all Lyft rides. But also, let's say you live near a metropolitan area, you have to take the subway, bus, whatever it may be. That too also counts as this travel category. You get 3x back on dining. I think this is generally the standard that most people should be paying attention to. And there's a bunch of other multipliers as well. They're not as significant. There's 3x on online grocery purchases, select streaming services. But the main thing is no matter what, you always earn 1x back on all other categories. So one of the key benefits to pay attention here is the additional benefit, I should say, is the $50 Chase Travel Hotel credit. It's not a big credit, but it's still a minor credit to take advantage of. Basically, when you go on the Chase portal, you have to book a hotel. After you book a hotel through the Chase Travel portal, Chase is going to give you a $50 statement credit. So that's one card down. The next card I'm going to be reviewing is the Citi Strata Premier card. This too is also a $95 annual fee. This is a little bit easier to get in terms of the bonus. It is a $60K bonus, so it's a little bit less than the Chase. However, you get it after spending $4,000 within the first 3 months. So one of the other key things to pay attention to is the multiplier. So I don't really pay attention to this section, this 10x multiplier. Just word of advice, generally speaking, 10x is a huge multiplier that a lot of these travel third-party companies, in this case Citi Travel, is going to have to charge more on their platform to use their car rentals and hotels. Generally speaking, I found more bang for my buck renting car rentals or booking hotels directly with the directly with the hotels themselves. So I don't really look at that as a big multiplier. One of the big things that I immediately like here more than the Chase Sapphire Preferred though, is that you get 3x on almost every big category. So 3x on air travel and hotels, which is 1x more than the Chase. 3x on restaurants, I think that's standard across the board for all travel cards. You should always be looking for 3x in dining. 3x in supermarkets, this is huge, especially if you guys do like to go to supermarkets. And then 3x back on gas and EV stations. So if you guys are living in a suburban area, you guys aren't in a place like New York City or in an area that doesn't require a car, you guys own a vehicle, this is a perfect card for you guys to maximize your points. And in terms of the final benefit to take advantage of is that it also does come with a $100 annual hotel credit. It is higher than the Chase. However, the different caveat with it is that you only get this after you book a $500 stay or more through the Citi Travel portal. So it is a good perk to take advantage of, but honestly, $95 annual fee is not big in of itself. I believe it's very fair. So even if you don't utilize this benefit, this is just all the multipliers here are going to outpace most cashback cards, generally speaking, because of the fact that it's 3x across most major spend categories. So for those of you guys who kind of hit that bucket in terms of you guys are not in the city, or you guys own a vehicle, you guys typically do your grocery shopping at the supermarket, you're not doing things like Instacart, this is a perfect card for you. Going back to the Chase, I think this is going to be great with the online grocery purchases for Instacart. If you do utilize those kinds of platforms, it is going to be a little bit more beneficial because you get 3x, but it's only through online groceries. So this is great for those of you guys who actually do go to the grocery store, and also the 3x on actual travel is in of itself probably the most invaluable benefit. Other cards I'm going to be reviewing is the Capital One Venture card. This is different from the Venture X. This one is only a $95 annual fee. So this one you get a bonus of $75K. It's a little bit higher than the Citi, and the spend is a lot less. You only have to spend $4,000 within the first 3 months, so it makes it a little bit easier to get. The big thing here is the fact that on all miscellaneous purchases, you get 2x back on every dollar that you purchase. So this is great, especially for those of you guys who may do a lot of Amazon shopping, Target, some other online shopping. Like, this is great for that category. And then you get 5x back through the Capital One travel portal. So once again, same types of annual fees, perfect for only $95. This has a redemption of a $50 experience credit. This is only through their lifestyle collection stays. This is pretty similar to the fine hotels and resorts through the American Express travel portal, but it's not on the hotel stay in of itself. It's through after you book the hotel experience, you would have to book a massage, maybe you get something at the bar, at the hotel, restaurant, whatever it is that's an experience there. That's how you get the credit for it. Hey guys, so yeah, that's my review on the 3 cards in the mid-tier space. They follow very, very simple fundamentals of a cheap annual fee. You only pay $95. You get great multipliers. Always try to get at least that 3x back on dining if you can. Citi is more for those who live and operate with a car. If you need a car for daily commute, you need a car for your supermarket runs, that's going to be your better card. Citi is probably better for those who may live in an area like New York City where you guys don't have a car. You guys mostly do public transportation, ride sharing, so those are some other greater multipliers. Venture X is just a catch-all card, that 2x, that's a very, very, very high multiplier for anything that's not a, so to speak, big spend. So it really just depends on what's really important for you. And in another video, I'll go over it a little bit more in terms of the points and miles game. Essentially, what I was trying to accomplish with this is more about trying to get you guys to understand what your spending habits may look like and what would be more properly facilitated to your needs. So hope these tips help, and if it's useful, let me know. Bye.